We welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Okay, ready? 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D, all day, defense, all day. Check 26, check 26. Defense.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Ready. 50 seconds left. Hey, D-line, let's get in it. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. 25, check 25. Kill. Hey, seam 6. Right up.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel, flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Gabriel, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Set. 10 logo. And Alpha. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gabriel. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shoot.
2nd and 4. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
It's going to be a...
Hey, Sam off.
On 2nd down, Raymond. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Number 31. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Recon, 132 fighter.
50, Mike, 50. Man, I got you.
I'll go. Lead grip.
On 3rd down, Blackburn. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Mike, 50.
Get that. Protein spill. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Blackburn. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Get it.
They'll try the left side. Meadows. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 3rd down, Meadows. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 52. General West.
Back to throw. Gabriel flushed out right. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over first.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
To throw on 3rd down, Gabriel. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Gabriel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Draw Corker. Hey, high 7.
53. 53. Mike. I got it.
Ready?
On first and 10, Blackburn. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Down to lose 1. Check 31. Check 31.
Greystone, travel. Now.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Set. 60 outlaw. Topper.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 43. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby.
Ready,
So a
ready.
little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Switch. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Double dog. That's the way.
Looking to throw. Blackburn. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Go. Big grip.
To throw on second down. Blackburn. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Get it.
From the gun, Blackburn. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo.
53 to Mike. 53.
Ready to go. 5.
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
56, right there, 56.
On fourth down, Blackburn. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Blackburn gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shoot.
On first down, it's Gurley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's caught at the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play there for Carolina. 62 yards.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He's coming, double up.
Hey, orbit. Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Gabriel looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Gabriel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. But he's got Smith here. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Check 4, check 4. Kill, kill, kill.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run.
6-6, pull it high.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Blackburn. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. throwing to start the drive. Gabriel, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, Gabriel. The open man is Smith. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Look at me. Go.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
218, chop.
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on 3rd down, Gabriel. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Gabriel. He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Saints.
I know you ain't got it. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Gabriel throwing middle, and it's complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Gabriel. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. Gabriel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Panthers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.